and I'm your guide today. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas. And today we'll be moving through 5 yoga poses to help you energize for your day. So feel wide awake and ready for a productive day in this invigorating yoga sequence with 5 go-to poses. So the poses that we'll be highlighting to help you shake off fatigue and shine are cat-cow, Tadasana, triangle, half pigeon, and a supine spinal twist. We'll be lacing them all together in a sequence, but know that I'll be workshopping each of those poses. So today's practice may feel a little different, but I hope that you gather the information that'll help you optimize your energetic flow and that you can take pieces from this practice and weave it into every yoga class and also off your mat as well. All right, yogis, let's begin in a short and simple meditation. So grab something to sit on. I'm on a block. I always have 2 blocks near me when I practice. Once you come into your seat, cross your ankles or come into Virasana. Then place your hands in a way that helps you to get grounded. I'm going to place my palms down on my thighs, but you can take a mudra of your choice. When you're ready, close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. And simply watch your breath. A simple way to re-energize if you start to feel depleted during your day is to take a moment to pause and turn your attention inward. The yogis call this pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses, to awaken your inner wisdom, your inner vision, your inner energy. So in this moment, with your attention inward, notice how you feel as you begin your practice. Get a sense of the quality of energy you're starting with. And now bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your low belly. And ask yourself, how do I want to feel after my yoga practice? What energy can I align with and amplify as I link my body and breath that'll help me to feel more energized throughout the rest of my day? Use the information that you heard as a response, your response, to set your unique intention for your practice today. So with your intention at the forefront of your mind, unite your hands at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Lift your heart higher into your thumbs. Take up your space in your seat. Let's take a deep breath in, fill up all the way. Open mouth, exhale. Bow your head to your heart. Release your hands to your thighs. Open your eyes and lift your gaze. All right, yogis, we'll begin in child's pose, balasana. So child's pose is a great place to start any practice. Anytime you want to move and energize on your mat, child's pose is a great diagnostic pose. You start close to the earth, lay your forehead down on the ground, extend your arms forward. And here in this first pose, the opening pose, is where we begin to generate Ujjayi pranayama, the breath we'll use in this vinyasa class. So breathe in and out of your nose and slightly constrict the whisper muscles at the back of your throat. And on your next inhale, crawl your fingers forward and rise on up to a tabletop pose. So with tabletop pose, we're setting up for cat-cow. The initial shape is essential. So stack your shoulders right over your wrists and then see that your index fingers are facing straight forward or slightly out. If we turn the index fingers inward, we collapse the shoulders. We want to maintain an open heart as we do spinal flexion and extension. I like to tuck my toes under for a little more support. Ensure that your hips are over your knees. With your gaze down, first pull your wrist towards your knees, press your knees towards your wrists, Feel your core light up. You want to keep a gentle engagement as we move through our cat-cows. So on your inhale, we'll take cow pose. Tip your tail back, so start with your low back. Let your belly drop down. Now pull your upper arm bones back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and look up. On your exhale, we'll reverse all of this. Start with your low back, so tilt your tailbone down, zip up your low belly, press into your hands, then tuck your chin towards your chest. Arc your back like a Halloween cat. Let's ride on the breath. Inhale, open up your front body, cow. Exhale, press the earth away, zip up your low belly, cat. Keep going at the rhythm of your breath. So every inhale, you open. Every exhale, press down and hug in. 3 more rounds at the rhythm of your breath. These poses linked together are a great way to energize because we're opening up all the muscles and the tissues supporting the spine and starting to drive energy into the central channel, Sushumna Nadi, where all of our major energy centers are stored. It's housed within the spine. All right, yogis, come back to center, look down, engage your low belly again. We'll build from cat-cow and bring in some more energizing poses. Extend your left heel back, work your left heel away from you and get a nice calf stretch. Zip up your low belly, so keep the gentle engagement of your core. Extend your right arm forward, bicep by your ear. To add on, you can float your left foot, your left heel at hip level. Using the blueprint of cat-cow, exhale, hug your left knee to your right elbow. Lift your low belly up and arc your back. 2 more. Inhale, stretch long, expand. Exhale, pull in. It's like you're using your body as a pump. Inhale, reach out, gather energy. Exhale, pull it into you. Inhale, expand. Exhale, come back to all fours. Wag your tail, move your shoulders. Give yourself some organic movements that help you integrate the energy you've just invited in. Now 3 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, open up. Exhale, tuck your chin, press the earth away. Again, inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Notice how the shapes shift as you repeat the same sequences. Come back to a neutral spine. Now extend your right heel back, press your heel away, nice calf stretch. As you do so, keep your hips in alignment. So if your right hip has gone back, draw your right hip forward and firm both hips in towards your center line. This will access your core strength. Now float your left hand up, right step by your ear. Option to lift even higher. Float your right heel. Now ride the breath on cat-cows. Exhale, hug in, knee to elbow. Inhale, expand out, spark your fingers. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, extend. Last one, exhale. Inhale, come down to all fours. 3 more rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, shine your heart forward, lift your gaze. Exhale, arc your upper back and tuck your chin. 2 more, yogis. These are my go-to poses, cat-cow, anytime I need to energize quickly. Okay, come to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward about 6 inches. With your index fingers facing straight forward or slightly out. Cow pose, extended cow pose. With your toes tucked under, now hover your heel or your knees up off the earth. Keep your gaze forward. Press into your hands even more. Work your front ribs towards your thighs. Then drop your head, straighten your legs to your degree. Move in a way that feels good to you in your first inversion, downward facing dog. Next inhale, look forward. Slowly walk your feet up to your hands. At the top of your mat, separate your feet at hip distance. So you can measure it out with 2 fists in between your feet. I like to even go a little bit wider than that. Notice what hip distance feels best to you. Then slide your palms to your shins, bend your knees quite a bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Gazes down, pluck your upper arm bones back. On your exhale, forward fold. Keep a bend in your knees, ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows. Now that you've opened up your whole spine through flexion and extension, allow the space that you've created to be penetrated by your breath. So your legs are firm, but your upper back is soft. Allow the extension to be created from your arms and the weight of your head. And if it feels good, even sway side to side. When you feel complete, reground your fingertips. Bend your knees even more, halfway lift. Grab your hips, pop your elbows towards the sky, hug your upper arm bones back. Press down through your feet, rise to stand. All right, yogis, hands at heart center. Set your gaze at your fingertips and remember your intention for your practice today. What energy are you inviting in so that you may energize through your sacred yoga practice and amplify the energy that you feel and expand it out to everywhere you go, every encounter that you have, infuse it into everything that you do. Take a deep breath in, open mouth, exhale. All right, yogis. So our second pose to energize is Tadasana. We're in it right now. Extend your arms down towards the earth, palms facing forward. So Tadasana, mountain pose, is actually the blueprint for all asanas, all yoga poses, because we create optimal alignment in the whole body, specifically in the spine and across the chest. But let's start with the roots first. So mountains always have a nice wide base, strong base. So look down at your feet. See that your toes are facing straight forward. Your big toes are facing straight forward, not out or not in. The placement of your feet actually impacts the energetic flow all the way to your core and impacts your bones in your legs. So we want to have optimal alignment. Toes facing slightly forward, and then engage your leg muscles. So lift your quads up. Press your outer shins in. Notice how those subtle engagements activate your whole lower body. So press down through all four corners of your feet, hug your outer shins in, lift your quads. All right, now you've got energy to pull up into your core. Bring your hands to your low belly, lift your low belly up. Take one hand now to your tail, slide your tailbone down. So we want to lift the low belly up, slide the tailbone down. There, we're gathering more energy into the core. Move up into your pose in Tadasana, open up across the chest. With your palms facing forward, this will emphasize the external rotation and opening across your heart. We spend so much time like this in our yoga practice. Yogi leads with an open heart. Okay, so let's put this into a flow. Press down, engage your legs, zip up your low belly, slide your tailbone down, broaden across your chest, externally open your upper arm bones. Keep all of this, inhale, both arms high. On your exhale, grab your left wrist, side bend to the right. Breathe and send prana into your intercostal muscles on your left side. Press down through your feet, come back to center. This is extended mountain pose, arms up. Switch your grip, exhale, side lean to the left. Big breath in, grow taller. Exhale, swing your hips more to the right. Inhale, extended mountain. Keep your hips facing forward, open twist, left arm forward, right arm back. So we're creating spinal twist by stabilizing and then keeping the openness across your heart. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, open twist, other direction. There we go. Hug your shoulder blades back, spark your fingertips open. Inhale, center, Urdhva Hastasana. Listen carefully. Bend your elbows out to the side, cactus your arms. Plug your upper arm bones back and lift your gaze. Standing back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. We just moved the spine in all 6 directions, yogis. Palms to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Let's move through our vinyasa. Look forward, press to your toes, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Know that anytime you move through your vinyasa, you want to make it work for you. So if something feels like it's draining your energy, take it out. Let your yoga practice be an opportunity for you to refuel. All right, we'll put all of our Tadasana work into our flow, sun salutation A, moving through Tadasana variations. Here we go. Inhale, look forward. Bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop, feet to your hands. Palms to shins, half lift. Think Tadasana through your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Press through your feet. Inhale, rise. Reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Take a breath here. Remember your intention. With your exhale, palms down by your sides, facing forward. Tadasana, mighty mountain. Let's create it in a flow. Inhale, reach both arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Grab your left wrist. Exhale, side lean. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, side lean to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to your mountain. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift your chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pour forward and fold. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low push-up. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come down to your knees, yogis. Sit back on your heels. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Close your eyes, take a moment to tune in. Notice the quality of energy within you now. After moving through 2 intentional poses, cat-cow, working on spinal flexion and extension, nourishing all the major energy centers within your spinal column. Then mountain pose, the blueprint for all asanas. Working your spine in all 6 directions through all 6 planes, side bending, twisting, extension, and flexion. Notice the impact on you. And return your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Blink your eyes open. All right, yogis. So just those 2 poses, those sequences can really help you to amplify your energy and bring that energetic quality into the rest of your day. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Okay, inhale, 3-legged dog with your right leg high. Really work your left heel towards the earth. Fly your right toes higher. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, then cat in your belly. Step to your right thumb, lower your back knee down. Inhale, both arms up, Anjaneyasana. So for Anjaneyasana, we're pressing down and lifting up. So you want to sink into your hips, but also scrub your right hip back towards your left knee, hug into your center line. With both arms up to the sky, lift your heart away from your hips. Continue to anchor your tailbone down. Now, draw your hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your heart up into your thumbs. On your exhale, cross your left arm over your right thigh. Unite your hands at heart center for a twist. So we learned that twisting is one of the ways to bring energy into the center line, to the central channel. And it's so nourishing for all your vital organs. So you're like bringing out the old and inviting in new energy as you take this twist through compression of your low belly. Now look down, press your right big toe mound down even more. Inhale, both arms up, recenter. With your back toes tucked under, pop your left knee up. Hands to heart. Spin your back heel down, warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. All right, yogis, we're setting up for our 3rd energizing pose, triangle pose. So ensure that you've got a nice wide stance. Some of you, what I see in the yoga rooms, oftentimes we can go wider. You really want to claim your space. Take up your space on your mat. It's yours. All right, your front toes facing forward, back foot, heel is rooted, toes are slightly in. Then do the same with your arms. Expand from your heart center out in all directions. Spark your fingers out wide. Key action here, click your front hip back. It's like sassy hips. Reach your right arm forward. Continue to reach as far as you can. Go beyond your right big toes. Once you've hit your maximum length, Then right hand down. You can bring your left hand to your hip. All right, this is triangle pose, so we want 3 points to solid ground. This is a great place to use a block. You've got 3 settings for your lowest hand. Once you feel stable, then extend your arm up high, left arm up high. We're making long lines from your back heel all the way through the crown of your head, front foot into your core, one hand to the other, opening up the line of energy right through your heart. So shine out like a star. Deep, full breaths here. Now press down through both feet. For more stability, grab your top hip. Inhale, rise on up. Right hand joins at your right hip. Now swivel your right toes in. You might need to step your feet to equal distance. Pull your arm bones back. As you continue to dig down through your feet, lift your heart high. Think cow pose. Exhale, cat in your belly to pull you down, wide forward fold. First time through, ground your finger pads at the earth, drop your head. If your head touches the ground, you can slide your feet closer in together. If you're like, nah, that's way too much, you can just bend your knees. Bending your knees is like a release valve for your hamstrings and low back. So find the adaptations within the shapes that work for you. Couple more breaths here, yogis. Let your head drop. Continue to invite your low belly in. Then grab your hips, press down through your feet. Rise on up with a flat back. Warrior 2 to the top of your mat. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Vinyasa optional, or simply step back, downward facing dog. All right, pause here in down dog. If you need to, you can lower to your knees and sit back on your heels. Take a few breaths to tune in and notice the difference between your two sides. If you have a regular vinyasa practice, down dog is your diagnostic pose for this inquiry between sides. All right, inhale, left leg high. Rejoin if you've taken a seat. Step to your left thumb, lower your back knee down. Inhale, both arms up. Work down through your feet and your back knee. Hug your inner thighs together. Lift your energy up through your heart and through your fingers as well. Keep the extension through your spine. Draw your prayer hands to heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist, ring out. All right, so unite your hands. You're working them together. Then press your leg or arm down into your leg. You want to lift your belly up off your thigh. Then ride your breath. Each inhale, you get longer. Every exhale, pump your belly back to twist more. Look down to your front big toe. Ground your big toe mound. Inhale, center. Both arms up. Extend through your right leg. Hands to heart. Open up, warrior 2. I'll turn to face y'all. Warrior 2. Open hip, open heart. Now straighten your front leg. We're setting up for triangle pose. Triangle pose, we want to emphasize the energetic lines from the body. So both feet up into the core, extending from the spine, heart out in all directions. So once you start to round, you want to back up your shape. Go for length. We're always remaining Tadasana. We're always looking for that length in Tadasana in every pose. So keep it as you hinge your hips forward or knock your hips back, lean forward. Once you've hit the maximum extension, then left hand down to the outside of your pinky toe edge of your foot, right hand to your hip. Anchor your tailbone down towards your back heel and open up your shape when you're ready. Deep, full breaths. Right hand to your hip. Slowly come up, grab both hips. This time, turn your left toes in. Check it out. See that your toes are slightly turned in, heels out. You want to wrap your inner thighs back behind you. Take a bind of your choice. So you can do reverse namaskara, grab opposite elbows, or interlace your 10 fingers at your back. All right, yogis. With your heart open, inhale. Exhale, pour forward and back. Couple more breaths here. Very gently release your hands to the earth. Come into a halfway lift. Zip up your low belly. Grab your hips, rise. Warrior two to the top of your mat. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Then walk halfway up your mat, come down to your knees. Cross your ankles behind you. Roll over your feet onto a seat. Plant your feet in front of you, knees bent. Half pigeon is our next shape to energize. So I'll show you a couple variations. One is seated half pigeon. So bring your hands back behind you, ground through your left foot, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, flex your right toes. So this may be enough for some of you. If you need a little more, you can walk your hands closer. You can walk your foot closer in, your left foot, or some of you might need a little more space. You can walk out. If you want to progress into half pigeon, go ahead and keep the general shape of your right leg. So we want your right shin parallel towards the top of your mat. Extend your left leg back. So this is a nice variation if I have more time. Sometimes I'll bend the back knee and stay here for like 3 to 5 minutes. If you have 5 to 10 breaths, try rotating your left hip point down to the ground and coming onto your forearms. Extend your left big toe back. Scoop your heart forward like cow pose. And then exhale, cat in your belly, rest your head down. Dive deep into your breath here and start to send your breath to wherever you feel this pose. This pose helps to target the dense tissues of the hips, which is much like a storage closet for the body with all that density. So when you start to open up with the physicality of the shape and unite your breath and your body, you can start to release old energy, freeing yourself up for more energy in the now moment. All right, yogis, rock your weight onto your right hip. Come up to a seat. We'll switch sides. Ground through your right foot this time. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Sit up nice and tall. You can stay here or make your way into half pigeon. A lot of times we come into this pose via downward facing dog, but you can also set it up just working straight from the floor. All right, so right hip point in line with your left. If there's a lot of space between your left cheek and the earth, you can always use one of your blocks. Reach your heart forward and exhale, bow. You can lay your third eye down onto the ground or use your forearms or even a block for support. In every pose, you want to get to an edge for you. The edge is that place between too much and not enough. If we push ourselves too hard, we can actually be burning up more energy, and our yoga practice can be depleting. So you want to come to the space for you where you can be in the fullness of your breath and find the balance between effort and ease. All right, yogis, slowly come back up. Remove your block if you need to. Rock your weight onto your left cheek. Swing both legs around. Lay down on your back. Pull both legs into your chest. Our fifth energizing pose, supine spinal twist. Catch your right shin, extend your left leg long. Pull your right knee in towards your right armpit. And then cross your right knee over off the left edge of your mat. Extend your right wing out and look over your right shoulder. Deep, full breaths. Now, spinal twist can be energizing after just a few breaths and that final rinse. And you can also hold this pose a few minutes to gather more benefit. Slowly come back to center. Ground your right foot, then pull your left knee in. Extend your left leg or right leg long. Twist, other direction. Use your blocks if they're there. Every inhale, get longer from your sacrum up through your crown. And each exhale, invite your low belly back. All right, yogis, slowly come back to center. Either come into a traditional shavasana or make your way up to a seat with me. And we'll end in a simple meditation. So cross your ankles, ground your palms, sit up nice and tall. Turn your attention inward. Notice the effects of your yoga practice today. Notice how you feel now as you held the intention to energize through these 5 essential poses. If you're in a seat, please unite your hands at heart center. Let's take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Lift your prayer hands to your third eye. Pull the energy from your body into your mind. May we expand our energy as we move off the mat and into the day to be of service, to create connection, and to create upliftment wherever we go. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. I'm Leah Cullis, and I hope to see you again. And please join us this Saturday, May 21st at roundglass.com or on our app for World Meditation Day. We have a full day of meditation events and live conversations beginning at 7 a.m. Pacific time. All right, so tune in for World Meditation Day, and I'll see you again very soon. Be well, yogis.